I would betray you, that's perfectly clear. But the plan, never.
There are a lot of TV series out there, and I'm pretty sure you already know because you're spending a lot of time in your home in front of a screen, probably watching Netflix. And you probably were searching for a crime drama show and came across Money Heist and got hooked onto it. While watching it, you probably didn't notice these things in Money Heist. Well, these are the 10 things you didn't know about Money Heist. Well, as for those who haven't watched it, I'll say it out loud. It has spoilers. And before we hop in, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's hop in.
I don't know where the professor is.
Wrong answer.
Number 10. If you recall, Season 4 ends on a hard note with Sierra facing the professor, which doesn't look too good for the future of the gang. But if you didn't see till the end, during the final credits, we see just how the interaction between the professor and Sierra might happen. A few seconds into the outro credits, we hear a woman's voice singing Bella Ciao, the anthem of the heist gang. As far as we know, it was only the members of the heist who used to sing the song. Then, who was singing it now? Well, it is none other than Sierra herself. Well, that might be a clue that Sierra will also throw on the red jumpsuit and joins the gang in the next season. I know that I might sound weird, and she has also been the opponents of the gang, but as we all know, Money Heist is also known for big reveals. Well, for the time being, we just have to wait and see in season 5. Number 9. This is one of the fun behind the scenes regarding how the show was made. Unlike many modern crime dramas or any other shows, the show isn't completely plotted before the set is ready for action. Also, the show is shot only in the chronological order since the scripts for each video is written only a while before the production of the episodes actually begin. Yep, you guessed it right. The show is written in parallel to the filming. This is done so that the show writers can script better based on what's better for the story. For example, in season 3, a joke about Marcy's love of animals quickly became a character trait. Number 8. Knowing all these, still some of the elements of the show didn't make it to the final product. For example, now we all know that Berlin had a serious disease called the Helmer's myopathy. Originally, many of the members were meant to have some illness themselves. However, the original idea was that each of them would be joining the heist to pay for their treatment, but ultimately it was discarded with only the Berlin having the disease aspect in his character. Number 7. Another thing that wasn't added to but later on made it to the screen was Denver's signature laugh. Even before Denver was played by Jamie Lorente, the character was meant to have a distinctive laugh. Originally, the character was to have quote-unquote trashy laugh, and each actor who tried for the role was asked to interpret it in their own way. And now we have this memorable laugh on the screen. Number 6. This is an interesting real-world connection. The iconic red jumpsuits and the Salvador Dali's mask that the gang wears during the heist have actually been used in real world by a couple of Protestants and even a bunch of copycat robbers. Protestants in Lebanon and Chile are mainly seen wearing this suit, which, if you remember, are the places where the suit became a huge hit. Number 5. There are 2 scenes in the show that proved to be really difficult to film. The first was the scene where the professor had to rain millions over Madrid. This scene was completed by rapidly shifting, which made the falling money go where it had to. Another sequence which was extremely hard to shoot was where Denver had to scuba dive inside the vault. As you probably know, shooting underwater is a really hard task. But when we take into account that the team had to make a replica of the vault, an underwater tank, and the gold bar prop, which made the whole thing nearly impossible. Number 4. There is only one character among the gang who might have most on-nose name if you think about it. Stockholm started out as a simple secretary who was working at the Royal Mint of Spain, but as the crew continued its heist, she eventually fell in love with Denver and ended up joining the robbers. Now that actually poses a question: does Stockholm have the Stockholm Syndrome? It is a syndrome which refers to the idea of when a person falls in love with his or her captor. Now that really sounds like Stockholm. The show actually never showed it, but she also might have the syndrome. Number 3. One of the action-packed scenes as we see in season 4 of the show. The scene where the rogue bodyguard who tries to escape and fend the crew members at the same time. He's surrounded from both the sides. Well, in order to escape from the situation, he whips out 2 pistols and fired them each in a different direction. And yeah, I know we have seen this in many movies and series, but making it look realistic is a really hard job. In fact, many experts have tested it and found that it is impossible to use dual handguns and accurately hit the target. So next time you're in a paintball match or some shooting game, I recommend you don't try dual hand. Number 2. Anyhow, as we see, Rio is really young at the start of the show. He was 19 years, which is interesting, especially when you consider that he's also been hacking the state for many years. So that would mean he's been a criminal while he was still at high school. Wow, that definitely puts the genius part of his qualifications into perspective. Number 1. The guns that are used throughout the series are definitely some of the interesting ones visually. But what are they? Well, they are variations of the Heckler and the Koch G36, a rifle design used by the Unified Armed Forces in Germany in the early 19s. Though it has been adopted by militaries over the world, however, the Hollywood tends to use it mainly due to its futuristic and space age appearance. Well, as of now, I'm completely hyped for season 5 and I'm sure you are. These are the 10 things you didn't know about Money Heist. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and while you're there, just don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, stay safe and stay tuned for more.